Hi everyone, it's Sonya Sophia, and this video is about freedom and forgiveness and how those two things are interconnected. They may not seem related at first, however, if you really want freedom from the past, freedom to do new things, freedom from energetic tug of wars, you got to do some forgiveness. Forgiveness for yourself, and possibly, if you're feeling generous, forgiveness for the people that have hurt you. So I want to take you through a quick tap to help you get more free and to open up the possibility of giving yourself and possibly some other people some forgiveness so that you get your energy back. Otherwise, our hearts stay engaged psychically, emotionally, and energetically in tug of wars, including keeping a younger version of ourselves, a less mature version, a part of us that was still learning, kind of in a jail in our minds, and keeping ourselves from evolving because we don't want to forgive the 7-year-old, we don't want to forgive the 15-year-old, we don't want to forgive the 5-year-old self that experienced things or made choices. So how about we let that kid out of jail with a I forgive you now, and maybe some other people too, and get some real freedom moving in your life. Okay? All right, here we go. Massaging the front of your chest, pressing around until you find a tender spot in the front of the chest. Big, deep, noisy exhalation. Here we go. So tuning in to where you have conflict and you don't want to forgive either yourself or someone else. And maybe it's both. Okay? Even though a part of me is holding on to this, think about this scenario in your head. I love and accept myself. Now, if that's too hard to say I'm open to loving and accepting myself. Even though I don't want to let go of this, I'm open to loving and accepting myself. Tap your eyebrows. Even though I don't want to let go of this, tap your temples. I'm open to loving and accepting myself. Tap your cheeks. Part of me wants to hold on to this situation in my head. Tap the under the nose. Part of me wants to hold on to the situation. Tap under your lips and ask yourself, why do I want to hold on to it? Tap the chest. So I'm guessing you've got a couple of reasons, maybe. First one that's most common is for protection. Somehow that holding on to this is protecting you. The next most common reason is trying to teach yourself or someone else a lesson or punish someone. Big breath. Oh, good. Tapping the front of the ribs. Part of me wants to hold on and say your reason again. Tap the side of the ribs. Even if I'm holding on to punish myself or someone else, or to try to keep from making the same mistake again, I'm open to loving and accepting myself. Big breath. Tap the inside of the wrist. This part of me does not want to forgive. And tap the side of the thumb. This part of me does not want to let this go. Tap the index finger. If I forgave, does that make it okay? Does it make it okay that this happened? Big breath. And tap the middle finger. It wasn't okay. I still feel really what about it? Do you feel hurt or angry or sad or scared? How do you feel about what happened? Blurt it out and breathe. Let's say that again. I still feel, fill in the blank about this. Tap your little finger, holding on to these feelings of, say those feelings again. Big breath. Tap the side of your hand. Where are you holding that tension in your body? Those feelings. Do you have it in the pit of your stomach, in your neck, in your shoulders, in your head? Tap the top of the head, holding on to these feelings. Say those same feelings again and breathe. I've been storing them where? Where in the body? Tap the side of the head and the back of the head. Tap the eyebrows, storing these feelings about, say the incident again, that involves who? Tap under the nose. I don't want to forgive. Tap under the lips, because I'm afraid that if I do, what happens? Tap your chest. It's a big one, I know, huh? I love and respect myself, even if I firmly believe that if I forgive myself and other people involved, somehow it will justify what happened. Tap the front of the ribs, that somehow I'll forget the lesson I learned. Tap the side of the ribs. What happens if I release the resentment, the fear? Big breath. I deserve to have my energy back. Tap the side of the thumb. Part of me doesn't want to forgive myself or anyone else. Tap the index finger. That's okay. I can hold on to this the rest of my life if I want to. Big breath. And give yourself permission to hold on to it indefinitely. You can. Part of me does not want to forgive myself. I can hold on to this indefinitely. Tap your middle finger. If that's what works best for me, I can do that. I'm secretly planning on doing that anyway. Tap the bottom of the fourth finger. I love and forgive myself, even if my secret plan was to never get over this. Tap your little finger. I want my energy back. The part of me that's still left behind, feeling sad, feeling ripped off, feeling hurt. Tap the side of your hand. What if I forgave the part of me that experienced this and everyone involved? Big breath. Tap the top of your head. Think about what we're talking about, the specific situation. And remember that you can use this video to do other scenarios. Tap the side of the head and the back of the head. This situation. Tap the eyebrows. This remaining energy about this situation. Tap the temples. How old were you when this situation occurred? Tap the cheeks. And what were you needing back then? Blurt it out. I was, how old? And I needed what? Tap into the nose. I love and accept myself. Tap under the lips. Even though what I really needed was, say what you needed. Tap your chest. Now we're going to give it to you, okay? So go back in time in your mind as the person you are now, and I want you to take care of the version of you that you were. Go rescue yourself. Go give yourself the love, the attention, the guidance, the support, the safety, the compassion, the respect that you needed. Big breath. Tap the front of the ribs. How do you do that? You imagine in your mind doing that, or you feel back into that time and send with your breath the energy backwards through time and space, and imagine those feelings of love and support going straight to that previous version of you. Big breath. Tap the side of the ribs. It's safe for me to release what happened. Let's say it again. It's safe for me to release what happened. Tap the inside of your wrist. It's safe for me to release what happened. Tap the side of the thumb. I really needed, say again what you needed. Sending it back with your breath to that previous version of you. Tap your index finger. I'm release feelings of what? Name 3 feelings that are involved. Maybe it's guilt, fear, and sadness. Tap the middle fingers. I'm releasing these 3 feelings. Say your same 3 feelings again. And tap the bottom of your 4th finger. It's safe to release these feelings. Say them again. Tap your little finger so I can have my energy back. I'm receiving my energy back where it got all tangled up in feelings of injustice and anger and grief. Big breath. I'm releasing these feelings. Say those same 3 feelings again. See if you can feel them as you say them. Tapping the side of the head. And the back of the head. Tap the eyebrows. I'm getting my energy back from the past. Tap the temples so that I have the freedom to do what I want to do in the present and in the future. I refuse to be limited by this painful experience any longer. Tap under the nose. I'm allowing myself this new freedom. Tap under the lips. Even if part of me doesn't want to forgive and refuses to forget, tap the chest. It's okay. I can keep the wisdom. I don't have to forgive if I don't want to. Tap the front of the ribs. I'm open to forgiving when I'm ready. Tap the side of the ribs. I'm open to forgiving when I'm ready. Big breath. Tap the inside of the wrist. I'm allowing myself to be more and more ready. Tap the side of the thumb. Because I deserve my life force back. Tap your index finger. I'm reclaiming the part of me that got stuck. Tap the middle finger. Stuck, angry. Tap the bottom of the 4th finger. Stuck, afraid. Tap the little finger. Stuck, feeling unloved and unsupported. Big breath. I'm allowing myself to forgive myself for wanting to stay stuck, for not knowing how to get free until now. Tap the top of the head. I'm open to forgiving everyone involved. Ready? Just for fun. Now, I'm not saying they deserve your forgiveness, and they probably haven't come and begged you for forgiveness like you were hoping they would. But let's see what happens experimentally. Just throw a huge heap of forgiveness onto the situation and let some of it land on them, whether they deserve it or not. Just as an experiment to see how much life force you can reclaim from the past. Big breath. Imagine this forgiveness like confetti, and you're going to throw it over yourself and let it rain down to yourself in the situation and let it land on wherever it's needed. Tapping your temples and breathe. I'm allowing this forgiveness to soak in to myself for being who I was back then and having to learn about life this way. Tap under the nose. Receiving that forgiveness, letting it soak into your bones, into your blood, into your memory. And letting that forgiveness soak into the whole situation, all the details, all the gory details. Tap your chest. What if I was able to forgive? And then name who you think is involved in the situation. Tap the front of the ribs. Let's do it again. What if I was able to forgive, and say that person or people's name again? Tap the side of the ribs. I deserve to get my energy back and be free and clear. Tap the inside of the wrist. So I'm going to let you in on another secret. The part of you that doesn't want to forgive doesn't have to, but it's likely going to generate a really similar experience so that you can continue to learn compassion, so that you can continue to spiritually evolve yourself by finding a way to bring love and empathy to the part of you that reacted the way you did, and the other person who was lacking love and information and the ability to respond to you. So instead of having to recreate this in real time, why don't we just go back and do the hard thing and bring some love to what happened? Because that empathy and that love is going to actually clear it from your memory banks and give you new capacity in present time. Ready? Let's do it. We're almost done. Hang in there. Tap your index finger and breathe. I'm allowing myself to forgive it, myself and everyone involved, even though it was awful, even though it was scary, even though it should have never happened. Big breath. Tap the middle finger. I'm allowing the universe to deal out the punishments. I don't have to be the punisher. Tap the bottom of your fourth finger. I don't have to be the punisher. I don't have to be the big judge. Tap your little finger. I'm forgiving myself for however I was involved, for however this has shaped or formed me. Tap the side of the hand and breathe. Tap the top of the head, and I'm forgiving everyone involved and everyone who created this experience on any level, including the people that hurt the people that hurt me. Big breath, sending it to everyone involved, and I mean everything. The situation, the parents of the parents, the culture. All right, tap your chest and breathe with me for a second, tuning back in to that scenario. How does it feel now? If it feels more intense to you, do this video again. If it feels less intense, great. Most likely the charge has dropped significantly. If you want more help dealing with old memories and traumatic experiences and ways that you've been limited in your freedom, come join us in the World Tapping Circle. I'll be there tapping with you 52 weeks a year, and all the circles we've ever done are available on replay. So get your membership, come hang out, and let's create amazing new capacity for joy, love, and freedom. Thank you for tapping with me.